I'm delighted to cross to Rosarito, Mexico, where we're joined by our friend, Thomas Markle, the father of the Duchess of Sussex.
Meghan's half-brother, Thomas Jr., exclusively. Here's a short reminder of what Meghan and Harry said about her father in the show, including a series of supposedly private messages she sent to him when it emerged he was too ill to attend their...
Meghan Markle's age might be the royal family's best-kept secret, or its most embarrassing slip. For decades, we've been told she was born in 1981. Simple, neat, and endlessly repeated in glossy profiles. But her own father, Thomas Markle, has dropped a bombshell that threatens to blow that carefully polished biography wide open. He insists the numbers don't add up. And when a father calls out his daughter like this, it doesn't sound like family drama. It sounds like testimony. The first crack in the timeline? A forgotten issue of 17 magazine. Page 90, March 1997. Buried in the text, Meghan Markle is described as 21 years old. But wait, if she were truly born in 1981, she would have been 15 at the time, not 21. That's not a slip of the pen. That's 6 whole years erased. And suddenly, her royal timeline doesn't look so ironclad. Now, let's not pretend teen magazines were the most reliable record keepers. But this wasn't a rumor or a blurry screenshot floating online. This was printed ink, a published archive. And in the royal world, documents matter. Birth certificates, marriage records, press releases, every detail is supposed to be airtight. But Meghan's paper trail is full of curious edits. Remember Archie's birth certificate? Filed with her given name, Rachel Meghan Markle. Weeks later, her names were erased, leaving only Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Palace officials brushed it off, but insiders whispered, unusual. Very unusual. And that's what makes Thomas Markle's words sting so deeply. He's not just a bitter dad throwing shade. He's hinting that the Meghan he raised isn't the Meghan the palace presents. Every time he speaks, he chips at the facade. And the online sleuths eat it up. They point to Northwestern University alumni photos, where Meghan appears alongside classmates mostly born in the early 1970s, people now in their mid-50s. Were they just older students? Or was Meghan's real age closer to theirs all along? Fans have run wild with the math. This isn't just gossip anymore. It's about the monarchy's ability to control its story in the digital age. One tiny line in a teen magazine has spiraled into a cultural flashpoint. And the more people dig, the more the contradictions pile up. A birth certificate here, an alumni list there, a father's testimony that won't fade. Put them together, and the timeline doesn't look steady. It looks like it's shifting beneath our feet. And here's the real danger. Once the palace loses control of its story, it rarely gets it back. Meghan may never answer these whispers, but the question will shadow her forever. Not just Meghan the actress. Not just Meghan the Duchess. Meghan the mystery. And if another hidden detail surfaces, one even harder to explain, it won't just rewrite her past. It could shake the monarchy's future. So stay tuned, because if this storm has taught us anything, it's that one small crack can topple even the strongest walls. And this scandal is nowhere near finished. Why does it matter? In Hollywood, shaving a few years off is almost expected. Casting directors have admitted it openly. Once you hit 30, half the roles vanish overnight. Trim 5 or 6 years, and suddenly doors stay open. For Meghan, trimming her age might have been a career strategy, not vanity. But once you marry into the royal family, it's no longer about movie roles. It's about credibility. The The monarchy lives and dies on appearances, and even the faintest whiff of a fabricated detail can spark a trust crisis. That's why this Agegate scandal refuses to die. Online, fans trade receipts like currency: old rosters, photos, and alumni records. One Reddit thread joked Meghan managed to graduate high school twice. TikTok compilations rack up millions of views, stacking magazine scans next to wedding footage. The narrative spreads. If Meghan's birth year can bend, what else has been blurred, softened, or rewritten? The palace knows credibility is everything. They micromanage every headline, every photograph, every anniversary. But this story, this tiny, stubborn contradiction, cuts through their control. It echoes scandals of the past, from Prince Andrew's disastrous interview to Princess Diana's confessions that blindsided the monarchy. In every case, the real damage wasn't the revelation itself. It was the collapse of trust. And Meghan's silence only fuels the fire. Some call it strategy. Why feed the trolls? But critics say her silence looks like evasion. Each day she refuses to address it, the speculation grows louder. In the court of public opinion, silence often screams louder than denial. Which leaves us with the haunting question: how old is Meghan Markle really? Was she truly born in 1981? Or has her story been carefully edited from the start? If her official biography can bend on something as basic as a birth date, then how much of the rest of the royal narrative is safe?